and it can happen to you. Yeah, it can happen to you. And it can happen to you. Yeah, it can happen to you. Started with 5 songs, decided to make it 6 the second I heard this beat. I had to add it to the list. Haven't heard something like this ever since I heard this. Spitting verses quoted like they were written in cursive. The sounds from the streets of my hood make you rewind the track. Thoughts running through your head, who would have thought of that? Been here for a long time, no one acknowledged that. You couldn't accomplish that with hip-hop, he's brought it back. Shout out to the UPs out of Northeast. Mad Son knew me from back when I was a shorty. Me and Jess spoke a couple of times, he never ignored me. Put him down to history so they all know the story. I live boxed in between Lowry and 18 on the east side of Central where the grass stays green. Only a few blocks from Johnson, no matter what it seems. In a small house on Taylor Street where I began to dream. You really think that you can't get robbed? Well, it can happen to you. You think you can't escape death, but you'll get God. Well, it can happen to you. You wonder if someone might strip you of the shit you got? Well, it could happen to you. You can't get thrown out the genre for faking hip-hop. Well, it could happen to you. Been everywhere inside the city, yeah, I have explored to the top of the UC, to underneath the mill score. Adapt this spelunking. I know a handful of caves where I used to hang out with the homies as we misbehaved. Passport filled up with stamps from all the neighborhoods. If it's Edina, St. Paul, Southside, then I'm always good. Quite a lot of miles with no engine underneath the hood. Always made it back to Northeast, in place I've always stood. I've been to Wade Park, Northeast, and Edison. All 3 made me who I am today. I wasn't ready then. All the writing classes I took are why I hold this pen. If the verse don't sound good, I do it all over again. Always playing music as I'm hanging out with friends. Never play myself, then they ask me to play that shit again. Thank you for the support and all of the recognition. I'll take all of you with me to the top so we can stay winning. You really think that you can't get robbed? Well, it can happen to you. You think you can't escape death, but you'll get God. Well, it could happen to you. You wonder if someone might strip you of the shit you got? Well, it could happen to you. You can't get thrown out the genre for faking hip-hop. Well, it could happen to you. I got 3 notebooks filled up with all these crazy lines. Only about 1.5 will see the time of life. One of them is filled up with rhymes that are okay and alright. The other is filled up with dopeness written by candlelight. There's more to being a rapper than just speaking to a mic. It's trying to complete songs through many sleepless nights. Sacrificing your free time to bring a little light. Losing to an MC in a cypher is a bitter fight. Oh, don't let it break you down and take away your dreams. Never let it take you down and silence all the screams of a crowd coming to see you pulling out their screens, shining a light down on you like it's a laser beam. You are not getting abducted or getting taken away, so don't get carried away with what you made in a day. For others it takes months, for some it takes years. It could happen to you and any one of your peers. You really think that you can't get robbed? Well, it could happen to you. You think you can't escape death, but you'll get God. Well, it could happen to you. You wonder if someone might strip you of the shit you got? Well, it could happen to you. You can't get thrown out the genre for faking hip-hop. Well, it could happen to you. I'd like to give a special shout out to my man Mad Son and my man Big Jess from the Unknown Prophets. Represent the same hood I'm in, that's Northeast, that's Northeast. And I'd like to give a shout out to my man KJ. I know you got some time left, but you'll be out soon. And yo, I'd like to give a shout out to Gabe and Donovan, the people who helped me make the record label that I got now. And I'd like to give a shout out to Ryder, Asher, Alejandro, all the people that I bike with and all the people that I share time with. I'd like to give a shout out to I got so much more shit I gotta say. Shout out to Keep Man because he keeps me safe. Yo, he's always there when I need a feature or when I need some help. And yo, shout out J Prime and can't forget yourself, man, cause yo, you've done so much, everybody, you've done so much. And shout out to my dad, my mom, my grandpa, my grandma, everybody in my family.